Easy ways to unclog drains. We all know the warning signs. The sink takes a little longer to drain. You begin to notice water pooling around your feet in the shower. And the odors, the strange, unpleasant odors. They're all signs that you may be facing a clogged drain. And then one day, boom, your drain is blocked completely. It's something you need to deal with quickly, or face the wrath of a burst pipe or a useless bathroom. Today we bring you another helping video for you all to get rid of clogged drains. But before we move forward, if you like our videos and content and don't want to miss out on any of them, hit the like, subscribe, and the bell icon. It happens to everyone, but it can be embarrassing when you have house guests and dirty water backs up in your sink or tub. You may feel conflicted because you don't want harsh chemicals in your home, but you want clear drains, so use non-toxic products. So you remove the excess hair and gunk that has built up at the surface of the drain and nothing happens. You try some liquid plumber, no good. Then the plunger. But what happens when it doesn't come to the rescue? Here are 10 ways to deal with the blockage before resorting to that expensive emergency plumber. Bent wire hanger. Simple enough but surprisingly effective. Take a regular wire cord hanger and straighten it out as best as you can. Then bend one end over to create a small hook. Push that past the drain cover and start fishing. You should be able to get all sorts of hair and nasty stuff out of the drain. Remember, you always want to be pulling gunk out, not pushing it further in. When you've got as much out as you can, run the hot water, and it should clear things up nicely. Use of vinegar and baking soda. Mix 1/3 of a cup of baking soda with 1/3 of a cup of vinegar in a measuring cup. It will fizz immediately, and you should waste no time pouring it down the clogged drain. The fizzing action will help remove the gunk, hair, and grime that has built up in the pipe. Let it sit for 1 hour or even overnight if you can. Flush with hot water. Wet and dry vacuum. If you have a wet and dry shop vacuum, it can become a terrific tool to unclog drains. First, set it to vacuum liquids. Cover up the vent to prevent a mess. Then, create the tightest seal you can over the drain. You may want to get creative and adapt an old plunger head for this purpose. With the vacuum turned on to its highest setting, it can be powerful enough to draw the clog up the pipe and into the vacuum bag. It doesn't always work, but it's worth a shot. Boiled water. Tips don't get any easier than this. Put the kettle on or use the stove or microwave if you don't own a kettle, and boil up as much water as it will hold. Now pour it slowly down the drain in 2 to 3 stages, allowing the hot water to work for several seconds in between each pour. This is usually the easiest and quickest way to unclog a drain. If there's any water left, congratulate yourself with a cup of tea. Caustic soda. Get some rubber gloves and eye protection. Caustic soda, also known as sodium hydroxide, can cause nasty chemical burns. You can pick some up from your local hardware store, but always use caution handling it. Pour 3/4 of a gallon of cold water into a mop bucket, and then add 3 cups of caustic soda. Stir it well with an old wooden spoon. It will begin to fizz and heat up. Pour it into the clogged drain and leave it for 20 to 30 minutes. Then flush the drain with boiling water. Repeat if necessary. Pipe cleaning. There are some plumbing jobs that I won't do, but this one is easy. First, place an empty bucket underneath the U-shaped pipe, also known as the trap beneath the sink. The bucket will collect the water that will spill. Using a plumber's wrench, loosen up the slip nuts at both ends of the pipe. You should be able to finish the operation by hand. When the trap is free, remove it and turn it upside down, emptying the contents into the bucket. An old toothbrush is good for getting the tough gunk out. Rinse the trap with water and then put it all back together. In most cases, that will have done the trick. Baking soda and salt. Mix half a cup of table salt with half a cup of baking soda and pour it down the blocked drain. Leave it for 10 to 20 minutes. Then pour boiling water down. The salt, baking soda, and boiling water will produce a chemical reaction that should dissolve some of the nastiest blockages. Dish detergent. If your toilet is clogged, pour a 1/4 cup of dish detergent into the bowl. Then boil some water. The dish soap will act as a lubricant and help break up any greasy residue. Then pour the hot water down and get ready to start plunging. If the plunger doesn't cut it, rubber gloves may be the next option. Vinegar, gravity, baking soda, and pressure. If your bath drain is clogged, mix up some of the baking soda/vinegar mentioned in tip 2. Pour it down the drain and then place the stopper over it. After 45 to 60 minutes, fill the bathtub with water, then remove the stopper. The pressure of 40 to 60 gallons of water should be enough to dislodge the blockage that has been loosened by the baking soda and vinegar. Snake the drain. A plumber's snake is a good investment for any homeowner. You'll need an empty bucket as well as the snake. A light shining directly down the drain is handy if you have a helper or hanging light, but will only be able to help you get started. Slowly feed the snake down the drain and through the pipe. When it's a few inches in, crank the handle steadily to navigate the auger head down the drain. Be prepared to work around curves and tight spots, but you'll be able to feel a distinct blockage when you hit the actual clog. The auger head will break up the blockage with its rotations. Cranking will feel a little more difficult at first, but gradually become easier as the clog clears up. Gently work the snake back and forth, up and down, and all around the sides to clean as much buildup as possible. You may have to repeat this step several times to completely clear the block. Once the clog is clear and you've removed the snake from the drain, flush out the drain and any potential lingering debris with plenty of hot water. No matter where it happens, a clogged drain is a nuisance. Fortunately, it's often a simple fix that homeowners can complete themselves. When it comes down to the kitchen sink, for instance, don't think Drano and other chemical-based drain cleaners are the easy go fix. The chemicals can sometimes cause more damage to your system, even if the clog seems fixed initially. Plus, backsplash from stubborn blockages could seriously harm your skin and eyes. You can avoid these catastrophes with other clog repair methods, some using common household items and others requiring some straightforward plunger or plumber's snake action. This video delivered the basic home remedies and easy ways to unclog your clogged drains and make life a bit easier. Try out the methods and let us know which one does wonders for you all. Subscribe to the channel and stay tuned with us till we get back to you all with yet another amazing video of the wonderful facts leading a step to a healthier, easier, and beautiful life.